Jai Om Vishnu Patarahamsa Parivrajakacharyashto Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Patarahamsa Parivrajakacharyashto Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Principal Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Radha Kun Shama Kun Gri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Maya Devi Ki Jai. Yamuna Maya Devi Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Sankirtan Yagi Ki Jai. Shri Krishna Book Distribution Ki Jai. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga, all glory to Shri. जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
My Hare Krishna. Welcome to the first New Year's program of 2024. It is a pleasure to be here with you. Hare Krishna. So many bright faces. So my daughter sang. As you can hear, my voice is still hoarse. It has been a battle for a week. And I've lost the fight. Hare Krishna. Hey, hey. Oh, brother.
Reading Bhagavatam, so
Yes.
I wanted to come here, but because of my busy schedule, I was not able to. But I thought this is.
One of my Dhamma soul is reading Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So a very happy New Year. So if you raise your hands and chant after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan Yajna ki
Jai.
Jai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Hare Bol.
It's also been about 2 weeks since I last came to the temple. Hare Krishna. Travel around the UK, seeing devotees and family. So ISKCON Manchester is my favourite family. It has nurtured me very nicely over the last 20 years, for which I am very grateful. I have a very long password. Someone tried to hack my PC, and so the IT department, they said you need a very strong password.
It's a common password for this.
Is it?
We can see.
Good. So you have to say, if for some reason you can't see it properly, please let me know. So the topic today is, what is freedom? So why have I picked this subject? Anybody like to guess?
Because we all think we are free, but we're not.
Oh, Mataji's put the big question in already. Hare Krishna. So what's so important about freedom? So I will be pushing your hearts and minds as we go through this class. Because it's very important that we ask these questions.
1 second. Can the youth please come upstairs? There's a session upstairs for youth. Sorry to disturb your class.
No problem, brother. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Hey, that's so much people, huh? Youth Geek, yeah. So, it is very important that we try and understand the things that we desire, isn't it? Because to have a raised consciousness means that I've actually understood what it is that I really want. See, in the age of Kali, the hearts of the people are quite full that they don't ask very simple questions. Like, for instance, something as simple as, should I eat something that is good? Something as simple as that is a very difficult decision for the people of Kali Yuga. So like yesterday I was watching this program called Game Changer. And it's talking about diets. Okay? What diet keeps you healthy? But shastrically, it's a very simple thing to understand. Yes? But it's very complicated for the modern world. So if we're seeking freedom, freedom from what? What are you trying to get free from? Or what activities would you like to do freely? Yes? See, in the West, the call for freedom is such an important thing. Freedom of speech, freedom of travel. You know, when we left the EU, so many people were upset. Okay? So maybe the freedom of travel will be restricted. And the word restriction is such a harsh word. So sometimes if you're in the city centre on a Saturday night, you'll see that the doormen are restricting people getting in to the club. And because there's a restriction, the demand is high. And if the restriction is less, then the demand is low. Because they want to go to a place where it's difficult to get in. Okay? That is the mentality. Which is quite interesting when we talk about spiritual life. So I'm going to take you through some questions in this regard. Please try and participate if you can. So, it's always nice to refer to what the Oxford Dictionary thinks is freedom. The state of being able to act without hindrance or restraint. Liberty of action. exemption or release from slavery or imprisonment, the fact of not being controlled by or subject to fate, the power of self-determination attributed to the will. Some very nice definitions, huh? The state of being free from a defect, encumbrance, disadvantage, the overstepping of due or customary bound in speech or behaviour, undue familiarity, an instance of this, liberty in to take the freedom. So would anybody like to know, say, what is the conclusion of these definitions? Do you think?
To act without hindrance.
I was without hindrance, but what is the conclusion of that?
Wants to act.
Huh?
Somebody wants to act on his own will.
Yeah, so full independence. Yeah, to be the supreme independent, if you want to say it a little bit more stronger. So why am I saying the word supreme independent? Because Krishna can act as he likes, correct? Krishna can act as he likes. But he has a qualification for that, isn't it? What is the qualification of a person who can act as he likes? He's supreme. What else? Something a bit more important.
Superpower,
Hmm? Controller. Anything else?
power.
So if you're a supreme independent person, then there's no consequences of how you act. Potentially. But what is it? What is the greatest thing about being supremely independent? That you have to give shelter to everybody else. Does that make sense? Now, that's a big responsibility, is it not? If I wish to act supremely independent, then I should be able to give shelter to everybody else. Why is that important?
Because when somebody is claiming to be independent and wants to do everything on his own, so his actions and whatever things he is doing should not disturb the other things. So he has to be very responsible, accountable, that if he is acting freely, independent, he should be able to take care of others, that they are not being disturbed by his actions.
Yes, good answer. Good answer. So what Prabhu is saying is that there's a responsibility associated with your independence. Right? If I act independently, so I want to use my freedom of speech, but my freedom of speech is such that everybody in this room is disturbed. Is that a good result? Why isn't that not a good result? What is particularly prominent in the Age of Kali that we don't like?
Use of freedom. Exploitation.
Exploitation, the opposite of that is? So there's a lack of unity, isn't there? There is no harmony in society. And yet you crave harmony, isn't it? If I crave harmony, what is it that I'm saying to myself I must do? If that's my desire, how should that impact my actions?
Not disturb anybody else.
So I shouldn't disturb anybody else. What's better than that? One should be tolerant. Hare Krishna. What else?
Selfless.
there should be selfless service. What is particularly important about selfless service that we've all experienced?
Love.
I'll give you a clue. The mother has this
Love.
Unconditional love.
That is love. And a world without love is terrible. If we didn't have mothers, life would not worth living, isn't it? Because where have we learned love from? And what do we know from psychiatrists of those who do not learn that from their family life? Terrible. So we should understand that there are laws, there are constraints, because they're trying to create some unity. So I'll give you a nice example that everybody can understand. When you're in India and you're driving your car, it's not a very great experience. Why is that? Because you don't follow the rules of the highway code. Does that increase the freedom or reduce it?
At risk.
Like a
Little bit your risk.
Does it reduce or increase your freedom?
Increases.
Decreases, no? If people do what they like on the road, your ability to have any freedom is restricted. Correct? That is intelligence, no? But if everybody is following the highway code, then you can drive very freely in the sound understanding that everyone's going to follow the rules. And therefore, at every moment, you don't have to be worried about what to do next. Correct? So the greatest harmony is seen in following the rules and regulations. Like, for instance, another nice one. You go to India and you're queuing and everybody pushes in at the front. Are you feeling more harmony or less? So the act of behavior must have some level of consideration for others. And to the degree it has the highest consideration, to that degree that person is considered civilized. Yes? Put your hand up if you agree to that. And if you haven't raised your hand, is that because you disagree or your hand's tied? So, I don't want to read all the slide, you can read that for yourself. But we should understand this conception that for there to be unity and harmony, and for there to be freedom for society, the state must impose many restrictions. Yes, for the safeguard of others. Yeah. So what is the verdict on freedom from Shastra, our scriptures? Okay. Bhagavad Gita is a conversation started about freedom of action, to acting in accordance with duty. So Arjuna would like, yes, to give his own self-interest in terms of why you should fight and not fight. Okay? And Krishna is saying, uphold your duty. So what is this wonderful word, duty? Such an important word, very little understood today. Silence. Hare Krishna. Very well there. Yes, please. So why do we need duty? Because otherwise what's the purpose of rules? No? So what happens is, this one will be a favorite. If you're husband and wife, and you're trying to create harmony in the home, and the other partner is very irritating, okay? And there is a little ache in the heart that is saying that some temper may be lost. Hare Krishna. Now, if you lose your temper and you fall out, why don't you get divorced? Hare Krishna. Wow. So for any incident in our married life, and there may be many, okay, why don't we just say, Hare Krishna, I'm done, I'll go to ISKCON temple and live there. Why don't we do that? Very quiet crowd for a first Sunday of the new year, eh? Hare Krishna.
Running from responsibilities or
Running responsibilities? Yes.
in one way you are one is acting one is using his freedom in an insane way.
Insane way. Hare Krishna. But isn't it true that the more time I spend with somebody, the more warts I will see? Correct? Yes. So we have the situation that when I'm married, or in a partnership, or in a relationship with my brothers and sisters, or I'm part of the temple community, as soon as I try and establish more time together, there will be visibility of differences. Okay? And in those differences, you may make some judgments. Okay? And should those judgments be made, then there are a lack of unity and harmony is occurring. Okay? Now, if I have the same situation with my children, so now I'm the parent and I'm not getting on with my children, do I think about divorce? Huh?
No.
Why is that? With the husband or wife is divorce, and with the children it is not. That is a bit unfair, isn't it? No? Right? We've all had the experience, no? So what is the difference?
Care and love.
We take the responsibility for children.
Yes.
We take responsibility for children because
Love them.
Love.
we deeply love them, isn't it? Hare Krishna. So, where there is love, there is no separation. And where there is a lack of love, any small disturbance is separation. We should understand that deeply. So we know we love someone if we are able to forgive. This is such a big part of harmony and freedom. If there is genuine love, then you forgive them. And that's why I've mentioned children, okay? Because children make many mistakes for a lifetime. And the parent's nature is forgive them. Even in their old age, You know, they start to teach them so many things. And the parent will have to be, Hare Krishna, here goes. And they'll accept the teachings out of affection. So Krishna, he likes to be the kid. Okay? Because his parents are so selflessly engaged in his service that he can't forget them for a moment. A very important spiritual understanding of behavior. So we need to understand, is there love in this relationship? Okay? Because if there is not, the symptoms of disunity will happen at every moment. So we can start to look and take a litmus test of society today on that basis, correct? Okay. So, do we love Mother Earth in Kali Yuga?
No.
You never hear a politician say that. Okay? See, we don't love our environment, nor do we think it's sacred. Nor do we believe that the creatures who live on this planet have any rights. It is important for us to understand that we may consider civilization in certain ways, but these are the real barometers of an advanced society. That it cares for what it uses. Correct? If you get given something, should you take care of it or not? Say Haribol if you do.
Haribol.
So, that means everything. Okay? Whether it is temple equipment, your vehicles, your bodies. Yeah. That you have a responsibility. Did you build your body? Someone who loves you gave it to you, isn't it? Carried it for 9 months and tried. You had to give it good sustenance. So, the need to understand the vehicle in which I am in the service of those who love me, is very important. So sometimes there's this issue that comes up, that in the thought of freedom, I can do as I like. Okay? Now, if I act in certain ways, that my body becomes less functional, less useful. Yes. Is that my right? Hare Krishna. Is it your right to use your body as you like? We've got Hitesh Prabhu, he's a GP. Prabhu, what's your diagnosis?
I think, Prabhuji, we are responsible for our bodies. We have our duty to our bodies. It's a dharma. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, you can't even maintain your body without action.
Hari Hari.
So we have to look after our body in different ways, in spiritual way, in a physical manner, in a mindful manner.
So which means that you have to put restrictions on your desires, no?
Right.